Hello everyone, my name is Tagai Abebe and my partner is Dr. Shubalo Alamna. I am going to present our research work with the title of Amharic Text Corpus based on parts of speech tagging and headwords. Those are contents to be presented. This is the introduction part. As you know, natural language processing plays an important role in introducing human language to computers. Therefore, the first step in familiarizing natural languages to computers is developing a standardized corpus. And a corpus is a milestone to study natural languages and to develop various NLP tools for the human language processing. Our motivation, as a fact, Amharic language is one of the under-resourced languages, which means that few studies are carried out on the development of Amharic language corpus. The existing corpora are also very small in size and these are not well accessible for everyone. Therefore, this is our motivation. This paper presents the Amharic text corpus developed by annotating each word with its part of speech tag as well as head words, which is the initial word to its word family. A word family is a collection of the base form of a given word, including its inflected and derived word forms. A head word is a form of word by which a vocabulary is arranged. For example, consider these words መረጠ, መምረጥ, አመራረጥ, and so. They are listed under the head word መረጠ because they are familiar with each other and because they are written with similar base morphemes called መረ and ጥ or similar base morphemes m, r, and t. Hence, they are stored or listed under the head word መረጠ. Okay, the main contribution of this search project is has annotated Amharic text corpus as well as develop semi-automatic Amharic text tagger. Related works. As a fact, limited researches have been conducted regarding two part of speech based Amharic text corpus development. We have seen three works performed by those guys, and we observed some gaps among this inconsistency and incorrect tagging, low quality of data sets, small number of tag sets, unnecessary normalization of Amharic letters having same sound, and therefore our work tried to address most of those drawbacks stated above. Data collection and text pre-processing. Data collection is the first task in text corpus development in the development of text corpus. Therefore, raw Amharic text documents are collected from Amhara regional state and federal government of the Ethiopia, including those documents called proclamation documents, Ethiopian 1977 constitutions, few regional and federal policies. The next step is text pre-processing. In this process, spelling, error correction, isolating connected words, avoiding unnecessary words or characters, replacing some punctuations, and extracting sentences from paragraph were done. As a result, 12,720 sentences were extracted. The next task is tokenization. In this process, any Amharic orthographic word which is free from any punctuation marks, in other words, any Amharic word separated by spaces and free from any punctuation marks is counted as a token, like ይሄዳል, አዋጅ. Amharic words like slash ቢመጣም slash tokenized as 3 tokens slash ቢመጣ slash texts like Amharic letter orders and ordinal numbers, including Ge'ez and Arabic numbers are counted as individual tokens because they followed the some punctuations like a slash, comma, or closed bracket. Okay, proclamation numbers, date numbers, integers, floating point numbers, fractions, and time numbers are considered as individual tokens, and abbreviations like this are considered as also a token individually. Compound names like ትምህርት ቤት treated as two tokens, which means ትምህርት and ቤት. Compound verbs like ብድግ አለ are treated as two tokens, ብድግ and አለ. Hence, we extracted 331,728 tokens. Among those, 27,000 are punctuation tokens and 303,000 are tokens for words and numbers. Constructing part of speech tag sets. Amharic scholars agree that parts of speech classes of Amharic language are divided into 8 main parts of speech classes, but there are many Amharic words that cannot be classified in those 8 parts of speech. Based on those facts and our token type, we compiled 66 tag sets. Even if we set up such number of tag sets, we cannot tag all types of Amharic words with distinct tag sets. For example, when you use prepositions or conjunctions with auxiliary or copula verbs, simply we labeled a word by VC, verbs with a conjunction. Building dictionary and semi-automatic Amharic text tagger. We built a dictionary having 26,485 unique Amharic words, excluding all number types and punctuation type marks, using Python programming. After that, all those unique words are tagged manually by attaching their tag set values and their head word for each token. The task of tagging each and every word is very tedious, which takes much manpower, cost, as well as time. Hence, we constructed semi-automatic Amharic text tagger using Python programming. And this is our semi-automatic Amharic text tagger model. Initially, it takes the pre-processed Amharic text and each word is tokenized by a tokenizer. After that, the tagger starts its job. If the token is number on punctuation mark, then the token is tagged with appropriate its tag set value. Else the token is not number or punctuation mark, it goes to the tagged dictionary. Hence, again, the tagger starts taking a token. If a token is in dictionary, then the token is tagged with its tag set automatically, unless otherwise the token is tagged with UNK value, and the result is saved to initial XML file. After that, the manual checking and tagging process is started. Okay, Amharic text tagging. As I introduced in previous slide, All pre-processed Amharic texts have been tagged using the developed semi-automatic Amharic text tagger. After that, annotators check and correct the incorrect tag set values manually based on the context of phrases or words. Because ambiguous words like fit, gonna, or ganna may be tagged incorrectly based on their context, as well as words that do not appear in dictionary tagged with UNK value, since our tagging approach is dictionary based. Okay, finding headwords. Some Amharic words derived from Giz language. Hence, in the process of finding headword, we used some headwords of Giz language for those derived words. For example, the word Nisa is a headword for Nus, and the word Hazana is headword for Hazan. But in Amharic language, words like Hazan or Azan, Hinsa or Enza, and so can be represented using different graphemes interchangeably. Therefore, for such type of words, we use the Amharic head words as a default head word. Results and discussion. As we mentioned earlier, number of Amharic words are tagged with their part of speech tag set value and their own head word. And this such project has two outcomes. The first outcome is pre-processed and organized Amharic text corpus, which is saved in text file format. And the second output is tagged Amharic text corpora saved in XML format. Noun class and verb classes has taken the lion's share in number of frequencies among the given corpus. This indicates noun and verb classes have a domination on the coverage of the place of part of speech in Amharic language. The annotation is done using both Amharic tag sets represented in English scripts and in English scripts. As you can see here, tag sets represented in English letter and tag sets represented in English script. As a conclusion, in this research project, we produced Amharic text corpus having this number of tokens extracted from different documents, and we executed two processes, namely tagging the proposed tag set to corresponding words and returning a head word for each word by implementing either morphological process or word meaning, and the outcome is presented in text file as well as XML file format. And the development semi-automatic Amharic text tagger is also an additional outcome of our research project. Increasing size and domain of text corpus, number of tag sets, and developing automatic Amharic text tagger are considered as future work. Okay, thank you. Question.